Welcome to another episode of Gaming News. On today's video, we'll be talking about the recent Halo Infinite campaign release, and why launching a beta multiplayer a month in advance, and then releasing the game with a still incomplete experience may have been a mistake. One that has caused a fracture within the Halo community, and has tainted what could have been a release of greatness. And so, from Adrian's Corner, I'm Adrian, and our episode starts now. So, Halo Infinite recently released its campaign for their latest entry for the Halo universe back on December 8th. Unfortunately, because of the previous surprise beta release of the game's multiplayer a month ago and the ensuing drama that would follow online, excitement for this game wasn't nearly at a fevered pitch as one would hope for a game with so much promise for reinventing the Halo experience for the next generation of gamers. Couple this then with another glaring issue, the fact that even now, at its official launch, the game is still incomplete. Halo is known for many things, and one of those things is its famous co-op experience. Halo Infinite is now the first entry into the series without such a mode available, for now. When asked about it by PC Gamer, developer 343 indicated that their co-op is already playable internally, but more work is still needed. Joseph Staten, creative lead of 343, was quoted as saying that, "We don't just want to ship a campaign co-op that barely works. We want to ship a campaign co-op that's stable, that's robust, and that has the features players expect." He went on to say that we are also doing some other things that we haven't talked about yet to really make meeting up with your friends and you're jumping into the game good. Not just for the campaign, but even better as a multiplayer too. So, when it comes to shipping campaign co-op, we have a lot of other things that kind of branch off that central trunk of campaign co-op that we think are an opportunity to just improve the whole game experience. Now, Joseph Staten went on to add that campaign co-op is as fun to play as it's ever been, maybe even more so in this new style of game. Now, of course, as a representative of 343, he's bound to promote his game and put it in the best possible light that he can. But in this case, we're hoping he's telling it like it is. Now, all of this is well and good. However, because the multiplayer was released a month early, this opened the door for a number of missteps, which in turn would lay the foundation for an ever-increasing gripe and complaint campaign from players that would only amplify as the days and weeks went by, especially considering that there was no single player or co-op to distract from the issues to the multiplayer-only game release. An example of this would be the serious issue with the Battle Pass. You see, at launch, developer 343 received criticism about the incredibly long time it would take to complete leveling up. Halo Infinite's progression system, unlike many other systems, didn't offer a flat XP gain for finishing matches or performing well. Instead, Battle Pass progression was based solely on weekly challenges, with a basic daily challenge that gave a paltry 100 XP for playing a game. Add this to the amount of XP that was required to level up, and you have a situation that is prohibitive and not fun. For example, even the first rank level required 1000 XP, which made progressing seem like an exercise in futility. Now, to make matters worse, some of the weekly challenges required playing certain game modes, which meant you couldn't just play your favorite style, but instead were required to play various other modes, even if you didn't enjoy them. This in turn only increased the frustrations of the player base and ramped up the negative feedback online. And then, just when you think it couldn't get any worse, just over a week ago, a Reddit user named WickedSoldier991 discovered game modes that were visible when you played Halo Infinite offline, and found a way to save them and enable them for online play. These modes weren't just variants of the game modes already available, but entirely new ones, including one that held echoes of Counter-Strike, called Elimination, where no respawning occurs during the match with multiple rounds to play. Now, at the time that this was discovered, developer 343 hadn't yet talked about any of this publicly, which caused the griping of players to reach a fevered pitch, especially on the Halo Reddit page. Sides were taken between gamers who were enjoying the early free beta launch of the Halo Infinite multiplayer, and those who were frustrated at the lack of features and severe grind of the Battle Pass. This would then reach a crescendo as the million-plus user Halo subreddit was temporarily shut down because of threats, ever-increasing name-calling, and attempts to dox users who disagreed with other users' opinions. Now, before the subreddit was locked down, developer 343's community director Brian Gerard posted a lengthy response to all the frustrated opinions voiced in the Reddit Halo thread. He said that first, I'm going to stress again that I 100% understand and generally agree with the frustrations most are expressing, even if I don't agree with the attacks and ways in which some choose to express those feelings. Gerard went on to say that more changes were coming to progression, to the playlists, battle pass, and more. He acknowledged that while many features and changes requested by users may take longer than some will like, he asked for patience from everyone as the 343 dev team continues to work hard to fix the issues and address the complaints and gripes from the player base. So why does all of this matter for the long-term success of Halo Infinite? Well, now that the campaign is out and game reviews are coming in, a glaring potential issue has presented itself. The current asking price for the game is a pretty standard price of $60. However, with multiplayer already available for free, the only additional content you'll get when purchasing this game is the campaign itself, minus features like CoOp, for now. For most players, Halo Infinite should take roughly about 10 to 12 hours to complete, maybe 8 depending on if you're playing on easy mode, or if you do a lot of exploration, it could be a little bit longer. And of course, what difficulty you play on will make a difference here. Now for avid fans, it should still be worth the buy, but with the negative reactions over the past month, the question is, will it detract from users taking the plunge and buying the game at full price? Well, the answer to this is easy once you take a closer look. We see that when the free multiplayer was released, Halo Infinite amassed a record-breaking 270,000 concurrent players on Steam. This was even more impressive when you consider that it was released as a surprise announcement on the 20th anniversary of the game IP. However, enthusiasm has apparently waned. For example, even as the campaign was officially released on December 8th, the concurrent user peak only hit 147,000, with the average players playing the game having dropped by nearly 16% on the Steam platform over the previous 30 days. Now, to be clear, however, this certainly doesn't mean that the game will not still have a robust future to look forward to. But it is a shame that such an opportunity to blow away expectations for the player base was lost here. Now, we at this channel will be doing a deep dive into the overall game experience now that the campaign is out, what's good, what's bad, and what is improving, and give you feedback on what to expect, and that video will be out the following Monday on December 20th. In the meantime, as fans of the Halo universe, here's to hoping that the missteps and mistakes of this past month get corrected and the game Halo Infinite continues to ever improve. And that, my friends, brings this episode to a close once more. As always, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. From Adrian's Corner, I'm Adrian, and I'll see you all next time.